Ever wonder how to be friends with an INTJ? People with this Myers-Briggs personality type have a reputation for being intelligent and aloof loners, but like many stereotypes, this isn't really all that accurate. Even though they are introverts, INTJs put a high value on friendships, and they can make wonderful friends. Here are 10 things INTJs need from their friends. These things aren't entirely exclusive to the INTJ personality type, but they are a really big deal to these introverted intuitive thinking judgers. 1. Loyalty. INTJs are fiercely loyal once they care about you. After you earn their trust and they consider you a friend, you can bet they'll expect the same kind of loyalty from you in return. Betraying an INTJ is the fastest way to end the friendship. You've heard of the INFJ door slam, right? INTJs can be just as bad, or even worse. If you get door slammed by an INTJ, you might as well not exist anymore. 2. Freedom and alone time. Many INTJs want friends, but they're also perfectly capable of being happy on their own. Smothering them with attention is not the way to prove that you're worthy of being in their close friend circle. Unlike some extroverted types, who enjoy frequent contact through texting or meeting up, INTJs are content to mostly be left in peace. Similarly, don't try to control them, that never ends well. You need to give your INTJ friends space or they won't trust you enough to share their time with you. Also, don't be upset if they won't drop everything to hang out with you at a moment's notice. While they do like to be included, most INTJs prefer to plan things in advance. 4. Intellectual engagement. INTJs use extroverted thinking to interact with the outer world, and they lead with introverted intuition. They're not going to be interested in close friendships with people who can't engage these sides of their personality. They want friends who can and will participate in debates about interesting topics and deep dive into abstract theories. The exact conversation topic will vary depending on the individual INTJ, but bottom line, they need friends who can engage them intellectually. 5. Patience. Many INTJs are not quick to trust people. They need people who are going to stick around, who won't get offended if the INTJ wants to argue, debate with them, and who plan get-togethers that will give the INTJ plenty of opportunities to connect on a deeper intellectual level. Most people stay at the acquaintance level for quite a while before the INTJ trusts them enough to consider them a friend. You're probably going to need lots of patience and a commitment to sticking around if you want to be friends with an INTJ. 6. Inclusion. If you're friends with an INTJ, don't just assume they don't want to be included in something. Invite them and give them the option whether or not to hang out. They might turn you down, considering how much they love their alone time, but don't make them feel guilty if that happens, and keep asking. Because INTJs tend to feel like they don't fit in, especially in their earlier years, they may need extra reassurance that you actually want to spend time with them. If you keep offering to include them, they will appreciate it. INTJs will make sure they spend time with their closest friends, and it may surprise you how often they accept your invitations. 7. Understanding. Many INTJs have difficulty processing feelings and/or connecting with other people on an emotional level. INTJs need friends who will be okay with the fact that the INTJ can't always empathize with them, though they will listen, or be very emotionally expressive. They also need friends who will try to see things from the INTJ's perspective. Someone who's really willing to listen to the INTJ, try to understand them, and ask relevant questions to clarify their perspective is invaluable to an INTJ. You'll also need to keep doing this. Misunderstandings can easily happen if you and your INTJ friend don't work on communication and understanding. 8. Problem solving. One way that INTJs show they care about their friends is by solving their problems. They want you to accomplish goals, fulfill your dreams, and work through the thing you've been talking to them about. They may be pretty blunt in how they communicate their views about what you need to do, and they need you to know that they're being hard on you because they care. They also love it when friends want to strategize with them and solve problems together. 9. Encouragement. INTJs might seem like they have tough skin, but like anyone else, they can be deeply affected by criticism or discouraging situations. They don't appreciate empty platitudes like, "Don't worry, it'll all be okay in the end." However, they do need people in their lives who can provide concrete encouragement. They need friends who will remind them that they're not stupid, they're not failures, and that they are valuable, preferably with evidence. INTJs fear being seen as stupid or mediocre. A good friend will be able to help them realize that a setback or mistake doesn't have to define their lives, and encourage them to keep going. 10. Respect. INTJs place a high value on respect. They absolutely cannot stand it when people undervalue their opinions, ignore their advice, cut them off in conversations, or dismiss them as unimportant. Also, you should never share private matters or belittle, criticize an INTJ in front of other people. While they aren't usually seen as a social type, they care deeply about how they are viewed in their social circles. They want to earn respect, and if you can't see that or honor those desires, you're not going to make it into their friend circle. No amount of love and understanding can make up for a consistent lack of respect.